Hi, it's Conor Svensson here, founder and CEO of Web3 Labs, and this is your Week in Crypto on Monday, the 29th of November 2021. This week's key events include more news has emerged on US crypto guidance, Bitcoin risks for El Salvador have been highlighted, and over 1 million ETH has now been burned. The crypto market cap finished the week down 7% at $2.45 trillion. In 2022, US banking regulators plan to publish crypto guidelines. So federal banking regulators, including the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the Federal Reserve and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, have identified a number of areas they feel that the public needs clarification on. And so they made a joint statement on that this week, and they plan to provide additional communications throughout 2022. And so what's really key about this is that you have some of the main regulators in the US market there saying that we're going to start providing greater clarity on the legislation. One of the big criticisms for a number of years in the US market has been the lack of, clarity on crypto regulation there. So the fact they're saying it's coming and in 2022 there's going to be announcements, that's very significant there. The International Monetary Fund has warned El Salvador of Bitcoin related risks in a statement that they made this week. And so this basically is, it's fairly logical stuff that they've come out with, but it's really saying that, Bitcoin's incredibly volatile as an asset. Also, you need to ensure that you've got, good KYC controls and anti-money laundering controls in place and so on and so forth if you're going to use this as legal tender within the market there. So, they're not saying anything that wasn't obvious, but at the same time, coming from the International Monetary Fund is, significant there because they're really trying to get El Salvador thinking about this there. The Governing Council of the European Central Bank, they've this week approved the expansion of their electronic payment oversight to cover crypto transfers. And so what this basically means is that they've got a framework that they use for electronic payment instrument schemes and arrangements, and they're basically extending it to cover crypto. So again, it's something that's positive in terms of them saying that they're extending this existing framework to cover crypto and wallets that hold crypto as well. Also this week, a company called Fold, which has a crypto debit card and app to provide cash back for shopping, they've launched a Pokémon GO-like game which rewards players in Bitcoin. And so this is Fold AR, where the AR stands for augmented reality, and the idea is that people can explore their surroundings and search for Bitcoin, which apparently is made available. There's rewards that come out every 10 minutes, which no doubt is a nod to the block time on the Bitcoin network. And so what people can earn there, it's not huge amounts of Bitcoin, but it's still something in that you're talking about maybe up to $6 in terms of the rewards there, but it's fun to see how they're gamifying it there. The crypto payment service called MoonPay has had a really big raise this week of $555 million. This has given them a $3.4 billion valuation, and they were backed by Coatue and Tiger Global. And apparently they've generated over $150 million in revenue this year, and so they're obviously going places, and this is reflected in this raise there. And according to the other numbers that were published as well, they have over 7 million users there too. Finally, you may remember a few months ago there was a lot of talk about the London hard fork of the Ethereum network. Which basically meant that in order to make transactions fairer on the Ethereum network, Ether, the cryptocurrency of it, would be burned. So this meant that it was harder for people to basically bid up the prices to process transactions and make a profit during periods of a lot of activity there. And so what the Ethereum network does since this change is it actually burns Ether, making the supply of Ether scarcer. Now, since this hard fork went live, there's now burned over 1 million ETH, which is roughly $4.2 billion. So it's a big change in terms of the material impact in the supply of ETH, which holders of ETH no doubt are happy about there. That's all we have for this week in crypto. If you're interested in key events across DeFi, enterprise blockchain or protocols or NFTs, do check out our other Week in Blockchain episodes too. Also to let you know that I've just about to publish a book, the Blockchain Innovators Handbook. So this is a guide for leaders on how they can make the best use of blockchain and distributed ledger technology in their their organizations. How to identify meaningful places where that it can actually have inputs, solve real problems, and open up new business opportunities for them. And so I do encourage you to go check it out if you want to learn more about how all this technology works, but also how you can embrace it as well within your day-to-day work. To find out more, head to web3labs.com/innovators, and you'll be able to order it from there shortly. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.